Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Autographs TTM. Glad you stopped in. We got a mix of baseball and football today for you. We're going to get into it right here. Before we get started, just a couple of quick reminders. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, autographs_TTM_Bob. I also have a pretty cool Etsy store, laughwithdad.etsy.com. You want to check that out. The link for that is in the description below. And here's some items. Got some shirts, some nice TTM mugs. So definitely check that out. I really appreciate it. I think you'll like it. Speaking of liking, don't forget to like this channel and also subscribe so you do not miss out on future videos. Kicking it off with football, we got Brian Mitchell. So Brian was born in Fort Polk, Louisiana on August 18th, 1968. So he's 54 years old. He was selected by Washington in the 5th round of the 1990 draft, and he played with Washington, Philadelphia, and the New York Giants between 1990 and 2003. He has some great numbers, but he did have a specialty. He had 1,967 rushing yards, 2,336 receiving yards, but he holds the NFL record for kick return yards. That's 14,014. The NFL record for punt return yards, that's 4,999. Bummer he didn't get one more yard. And he is also the NFL leader for most total return yards at 19,013. That return came back from Brian in 42 days. Jumping over to quarterback, we got John Deep Friez. He was born in Missoula, Montana on May 19, 1967, so he's 55. He was drafted by the Chargers in the 6th round of that 1990 draft as well. He played for San Diego, Washington, Seattle, and New England. That was between 1990 and 2000. So nice 10-year career. Some final stats for John: 45 touchdowns against 42 interceptions, 8,699 passing yards, 72.3 passer rating, and his number 17 is retired by his college team, the Idaho Vandals. John's autograph came back in 23 days. Over to baseball, we got Billy Sample. Billy was born in Roanoke, Virginia on April 2nd, 1955, so he's 67 years old. Drafted by the Texas Rangers in the 10th round of the 1976 draft. He played with the Rangers, Yankees, and Braves between 78 and 86. Some stats for Billy: he had a .272 batting average, 46 home runs, 230 RBI. After he finished, he went on to broadcast, did some broadcasting, and also did some writing. He was published in Sports Illustrated. In fact, when he did the return, he sent me a photocopy of the article that he wrote and signed and wrote a nice note on that as well. So very cool return. The autograph looks great in that Sharpie, blue Sharpie on the autograph, on the card as well. Josh Vanmeter. We'll just jump over here to a newer guy. He was born in Ocean, Indiana on March 10th, 1995. He's 27. He was drafted by the Padres in the 5th round of the 2013 draft. He played with the Reds, Diamondbacks, and Pirates. His MLB debut was with the Reds in 2019. He just recently, this month, signed a minor league deal with the Brewers. He'll be in the Brewers organization this year. Hopefully he gets back to the majors. Some stats currently for Josh: 206 batting average, 19 home runs, and 79 RBI. The signature looks good. I hate getting signatures on a card that already has a facsimile signature, but I didn't have another card, and I knew he was signing, so I definitely wanted to grab him while I could. And that came back in 19 days, so a pretty quick turnaround, especially for somebody who's an active ball player. Going over to Lyle Mouton. So Lyle was born in Lafayette, Louisiana on May 13th, 1969. He's 53. He was drafted by the Royals in the 54th round of the 1991 draft. He played for the White Sox, Orioles, Brewers, and Marlins, and even 1 year with the Yakult Swallows in the Japanese League. He played for all those teams. His career lasted from 1995 to 2001. Some stats for Lyle: 280 batting average, 33 home runs, and 116 RBI. Lyle originally entered LSU on a basketball scholarship, but ended up, after 2 years, switching to baseball, and they ended up doing pretty well. He made it to the World Series a couple of times, and they actually won it. So he was a good college player as well. Not sure what the return time on this was. I must not have written it down, so I have no idea, but it was not that long, probably about 2 months or so. Okay, here's where I'm sending this week. We're sending out to Chad Henne, who's a quarterback, Chad Greenway, Travis Frederick. Over here on the other side, we've got Blair Walsh, Bryce Brown, and running back Noshawn Moreno. So looking forward to those. Hopefully we'll get a lot of returns this week as well. Something from my collection. This is one of my favorites here. I'm a big Blackhawks fan. Dennis Savard could not be a nicer guy to meet. I got this banner actually on the night they retired his jersey number, and then I had him sign it later. So it's a really cool item that's displayed in my family room. Here's the autograph from last week. Nobody guessed it. I don't think anybody could. I do see a heart in there, but I do not see enough in there to make me realize that's Christina Aguilera, but that's who it is. So I'm going to show you another one here for next week. This is an active football player. I think we might get some people that get this one, but make sure you come back next week and we'll reveal the answer. All right, we'll go back to those reminders. Don't forget Instagram. Check out my Etsy store. That's laughwithdad.etsy.com. Here's some items for you, and do not forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody watching the video. Hopefully we can get some more subscribers and enjoy everything that I do. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much. May your mailbox remain full and your mail carrier think you're crazy. Take care, everybody. See you next week.